way that this game went?
Yeah, I think they're reflective. I like that, they're down, but they're not they're not overly emotional. I think they can point to some things that we didn't do as well as we're going to need to, didn't do as well as we needed to, and we will need to going forward. So I think it's fine. I said, be upset tonight, and then let's have a fun day tomorrow in San Francisco, and we'll finish the day by starting our prep for Stanford, and then we'll prep, Monday and the rest of Tuesday. But this is I want this to be a fun trip too, because we didn't get to go anywhere for Thanksgiving besides Cedar Falls. So I think I think they're a mature group, and they kind of have a good idea. That this stretch is tough. I felt like, I know we knew this game was winnable based on we won down there last year, and they're a comparable team, and I would assume we're a comparable team. So felt like it was a game that we could have easily won, but I thought they were better today and deserved to win. So I think hopefully appropriately reflective is what I would like from them. The sky's not falling, but there are some learning opportunities today. Like I said, our physical, we out-rebounded them by 10. I thought we just, as Morgan alluded to, when we're playing teams that are a little more athletic and a little longer, we have to be, our intelligence has to be, not through the roof, but it has to be probably a little better than it was today. I don't think it was bad, but it wasn't quite good enough.
I think both teams had stretches where they were frustrated with officiating today. To start the second half, when Rachel picks up third foul and technical out of frustration, give her four. Do you sympathize with that because it had been a tough game to get used to as a player, or do you kind of wish you had that possession back?
No, I wish we had the possession back. And, the tough thing is that when she went from 2 fouls to 4, it wasn't even – if she'd have gone from 1 to 3, it's still a play that we can't make. And, I thought the officiating was fine. I think I thought it was a really good crew, and I think they did a good job. But I think Emma's third foul certainly hurt us in the first half. When you look at, Molly and Lauren were scuffling to score the ball for most of the day, and to take her out, for the last 8 minutes of the second quarter meant we were, as I look back at, going from up 4 to down 4 at the end of that quarter, that was a big part of it. But it's not the officials. We gotta make sure that we don't, that we don't have 3 fouls on Emma in a game where she got off to as good a start as she did. So we got to figure that out a little bit. But I thought Jamie was awesome today. I mean, and I'm happy for her because she just comes and works every day. And today she got more of an opportunity, and she took advantage of it. And as she said, that'll help her going forward. But as you know, I can ramble. But yeah, to go back to your question, sure, there were some foul trouble hurt us today. I mean, I felt like it. But I think Emma's foul trouble maybe was even more impactful than Rachel's.
What made Spencer so tough today? She hit a lot of threes
Yeah.
and everything, but she's so good off the dribble.
Yeah, I mean, a little bit of it's my fault. We felt like I didn't feel like she could make it from quite as far away as she made a couple of those, and so we had said, you're going to go guard her there, but if you can help a little bit on Daniels in transition, or whoever's got the ball in transition, you don't have to quite close out to 25 or 6 feet. And then I think once she got going, then she was tougher to guard. Good players are like that, right? I mean, and I think Daniels being in a position where she was just coming back after missing 3 games was probably a little bit less aggressive, a little rusty, and so that's probably a lot on me to just make sure that we're a little bit more locked in on her at the beginning than we were, because I think once she got going, like you said, now she's tough because she can go downhill and finish, and she just played with a lot of confidence all day. But Connie did note that it's weird that a kid who can't make half of her free throws can shoot the 3 ball that well. And I said, you're right.
I know you probably would like to go back and look before answering this question, but when you Arkansas breaking just enough rhythm to throw you guys off versus how many you guys just missed looks you would take it?
Yeah, I'm gonna give you a 70-30 Arkansas's defense and 30. You know, we had some good looks. I mean, Jamie, I think did a good job. I thought Poffenberger did a good. I think it's a credit to Morgan that she got 24 points because I thought Poffenberger did a good job on her. Like she was really attentive. She's long. Did a good job playing with her hands. You know, but yeah, I mean, we've got to have probably some other people make a little bit more than what that looked like. I mean, so I do think they did a good job of, you know, just to go back to Gene's question, like when you don't get really clean looks early, it does get a little mental. And I think if we'd had a couple, you know, if Molly and Lauren maybe see the ball go in a little bit early, if they get one early, maybe they play a little bit differently. But we didn't get anything. Those two didn't get anything early, and I think that affected us, you know, because again, with Emma getting foul trouble now, it's we're asking a lot of Morgan, and she's playing way more minutes than she did last year. And credit to her, she's handling them. But it'd be nice to. I didn't really feel like we could take her out a lot today because we were struggling with both foul trouble and, you know, getting the normal production that we would get out of Molly and Lauren.
Lynn, do you think that Arkansas maybe forced you guys to play a little bit faster, or did you kind of expect that the pace was going to be the way it was?
Well, I felt like it'd be up and down. I felt like they did it was maybe just a little bit faster than I thought, but they're not. They don't want to play more than 8. I thought they did a good job of rotating their posts. I mean, they're a more physical team, and I thought Mike did a good job of you know, playing their 5s and getting just enough out of them that to supplement their perimeter players. So it was, you know, we knew it would be. We talked about it was going to be fast. After dead ball, you know, after timeouts and quarters, that they're going to really push for 4, 5, 6 possessions, and then it's going to slow down because they're not an exceptionally deep team, so they're not going to be able to run as hard. But he did a good job of, I thought, rotating, especially at those positions, to kind of keep the game going up and down a little bit.
What did you think of Morgan just today? I mean, we know she can shoot the three
Yeah.
so well, but it seems like in game she does such a good job too of making these really good moves in the paint.
Yeah.
To somehow get. So what do you?
Yeah,
think?
she's improved dramatically from 15 feet and in. I mean, you know, whether it's mid post or post, and it's great because we you know, on a day where you shoot 8 for 35, we probably should have gone inside more. But I think her footwork and her confidence is dramatically better, even probably than a year ago. I mean, I look back 2 years ago, she didn't really want to touch the paint. She wanted to shoot all threes. Last year, she got more and more comfortable, and now I think she's really balanced. I mean, like she said, to get to the line 12 times, and I know a couple of those were, you know, they ran through a screen or two, so it wasn't necessarily that she created it off of a catch, but I think it's really impressive what she's done to improve her overall game.
You know, you knew your schedule was going to be really tough.
Yeah.
The first 12 games. I mean, through 10
Yeah.
games, I mean, how would you assess where you guys are at right now?
Yeah, we're good, in good shape. I mean, I feel like the ceiling is higher for this team than most any team I've ever coached, and that's great. And we're not, I don't think, that close to the ceiling, but that's good. That means, you know, because I do think there's a lot of areas to improve, and even just the rotations, you know, who can play how much and this and that. So, but overall, I mean, yeah, against the schedule that we've played to be 8-2, and we haven't played great in a lot of games, but we've played pretty well, and I think that's what you're expecting in November and December. You're not expecting great yet, and so we've got we gotta, as a staff, we gotta help them out a little bit more too. I mean, just Rachel coming back, now we change a little bit, that changes things a little bit, and it's a good thing, but you also are saying, okay, how does that change us? And so, but yeah, we haven't had a lot of easy games, but in these games, they're gonna make you better. I mean, we're gonna be able to say, okay, here are areas that we need to get better. But like, it's super encouraging that we out-rebounded this team by 10. I mean, we're gonna go play Stanford, and we're not gonna out-rebound them by 10, but can we be competitive on the glass? And so, they can hopefully look at this game and say, well, we can be confident that we can be competitive. I mean, it doesn't, we can't lose by 20 on the glass and give ourselves a chance. So, but obviously we can't go 8 for 35 from the 3 probably either of the next 2 games. We're gonna have to shoot more, shoot fewer and score more twos, or we're gonna have to make a way higher percentage. But no, I feel pretty good. But I also, one of the reasons I feel pretty good is I feel like there's still a lot that we can get better at.
What do you think about the Stanford game? It was kind of the game of the schedule when you released it, right? Like,
Yeah.
a little late
Yeah.
before Christmas trip.
Yeah.
But your players have been pretty clear throughout the summer that they're not trying to rest on their laurels off of this postseason run they're coming off of, right?
Yeah.
How do you feel about them getting into that mindset where these games matter more than maybe they would have in the past of a December 20th game?
For sure, because you're not, like, you guys know, like, our goal is to get to the NCAA tournament. That's one of our goals. That's not the baseline goal. That's, and in the past, that's maybe been the baseline goal, right? Get the NCAA tournament. And, we're going to play a team that expects to be in the Final Four on Tuesday. And that's great for us because we're going to be able to measure, okay, where are we compared to a team that expects to be in the Final Four and probably has a better than 50% chance, maybe better than 70% chance to get there. And so I think it's a great opportunity. And, when I scheduled the game, it's partly a message to the team. I think you guys are good enough to go there and compete and give yourself a chance. And, and I would hope that they're super excited about that opportunity and we can flush today. And again, but Arkansas is a really good team. So we'll have enough prep time. I know they play Tennessee tomorrow afternoon, so they're going to have a little less prep than we are in terms of just rest and prep. So we'll go swing away. But obviously we're gonna have to make some more threes than we did today. But I do like some of the things that I think can translate to Tuesday.
Any further questions for Flan?
Thanks, you guys. Appreciate it.